Well, sure. A fella could get him a sandwich nowadays if he wanted to, but back in the day, you couldn't just make a sandwich if you wanted to. You had to go someplace and get the stuff, and it might be 19 miles into the store, you know, and then when you got there, they wouldn't have what you wanted, so you'd have to come back, and then you wouldn't be hungry anymore. But nowadays, it's all changed. We're going to be making a different type of sandwich than we made yesterday, but it could be a different one than we made last week too. We're going to be, you can't get cheese like that anymore. I remember back in the old days they had cheese like this. It wasn't called this. It was called potato cheese. There was a guy named Fred. He worked with somebody that I used to know whose sister ran a cafeteria, and this town isn't there anymore. It was called Loosey Goosey back in Kentucky. It was on the eastern side, and they would make sandwiches all day long with type of bread, but they get the potato cheese. Sometimes it wasn't as good as you would imagine, because potato cheese sounds pretty good, but that was because during the war they couldn't get it, so they had to make a different cheese. It wasn't even made out of potatoes. But then people started eating different stuff. But I remember the first guy I ever saw. That doesn't look very good. I don't know, maybe we should cut the bread first. This isn't the best type of knife you can get. You can get a fillet knife, which is usually used for fish, but sometimes you can use it for other things like bear or raccoons. But you don't have raccoons anymore. They're sneaky little devils. They'll come inside your house when you're not looking. Open the door while you're having dinner or supper. It doesn't matter. Do we want more cheese? I don't know. If it was potato cheese, we'd put on more, but this is pretty good cheese. Now, the mustard, I read the mustard was invented in Korea. I'm not sure if that's true or not. It likely is. I wonder if it's because it's yellow. That doesn't make any sense. We're going to have to be looking for pickles. You got to have pickles. I remember this dentist, the first thing he would ask you when you went into the office is if you had any pickles lately, because he always wanted to be a pickle salesman. Somehow he got into the dentist line of work, and it was working out good for him. But once you get into pickles, you never leave. You know, it's always party and oops, see daisy. Now, let's see what we're going to be making with this. Ooh, ooh, watch out for the fingers and the thumb. People forget about the thumb. Thumb's pretty important. If you lose your thumb, you're up a creek without a thumb. You know, it just, oh, here's the Mr. Brick. Okay. Is it going to slide off and break my toe? That dentist was pretty good. He could have fixed toes too. He was ambidextrous. He could work with both hands. And he knew how to do stuff. Not like nowadays. Yeah. We're going to be putting this stuff. You might be cleaning up while you're working. You can whistle while you work, but you can also clean. Which nowadays people don't do enough of that. I'm not talking about the cleaning. I kind of mean the whistling. It's hard to hear any really good whistlers anymore. Used to be on the radio, you could hear whistlers all the time. They don't appreciate them like they used to. Now, this is cooked ham. It's Bristol water added, smoke flavoring added. I knew a guy, he was into the smoke flavoring business. He was really, really good to him, but he didn't last too long. I think he was too much smoke. So this is going to be rye bread, pumpernickel. It's sort of like in between, not too much rye, not too much pumpernickel. The main thing, it doesn't have any of those little seeds that get caught in your mouth and your teeth, and you swallow them and go down into your gut and your intestines, and you later on and you got a problem and you think you have a really serious problem. You go to the doctor, they do a bunch of tests, and end up finding out you just had a bunch of little seeds inside your intestines, and you feel pretty good because you thought you only had a few months left to live, and all the time all it was caraway seeds getting ready to carry you away. So you just got to be watching out what you eat, because you never know what's going to happen when you put something in your mouth. Because you got to think about this: everything you put in your body is a foreign substance, even caraway seeds. And if you put them into the pumpernickel rye bread, it's not just pumpernickel rye bread; it's pumpernickel rye with caraway seeds, and that is not something that you probably want to do. Where's my timer? We never know how much time we have left. Oh, 13 seconds. Well, let's see what's going to happen on this one. So, yeah, the guy, like I said, he was living in Loosey-Goosey, which was in the eastern part of Kentucky. And, oops, it's hot to go, 7-Eleven. Alrighty. Yeah. Red Devil. That was the name of a team that used to play cricket, which is not very popular, but it was hard to find equipment, and people would make up the rules because they didn't know and they never saw anybody else play it. So it wasn't your regular cricket, it was sort of a hybrid. Which plate should we do, the little one or the big one? I think we should do just a few more seconds. See, I just unplugged the wrong plug. That's what she said. Okay. We're going in again. It's still steaming. So we got us a ham and cheese with pickle on pumpernickel rye bread. It's morning in America.